absolute heat death of the universe might actually just be the absolute heat
You
life of the
have
universe?
no idea what that means.
No, absolutely. Heat death means that everything explodes in a giant fireball. It's talking about the eventual supernova of the ultra sun that is located at the center of the universe and controls all things, which one supernova will take out the entire universe.
Anyway, I was just proposing it as a thought, as kind of a conceptual thought.
Is this a reused boss?
I think it's a boss rush.
Oh, okay.
I was just proposing it as like a thought pixel. The notion that, you know, we have an absolute zero. We know that there is no possible way, even mathematically, in our model of physics, to go below that temperature. But absolute hot, we have the Planck temperature, but technically it might be possible to exceed that and produce negative temperature.
Which would achieve absolute zero.
No, it would be different. It's weird.
Like, you can't... Integer overflow can't happen in real life, Kdaymea.
Well, actually... I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it on
Kdaymea, are you going to theorize that real life is speedrunnable pretty soon? And we can use skips? Is that where this is going?
That's not even close.
Aw, darn.
I mean, that's what, like, quantum teleportation is just zips.
No, Venom Crash, I understand the concept of the Planck temperature. Like, I totally get all that. Also, what? Scott, no!
What?
That's not what quantum teleportation is!
I know,
No, that's what zips are. No, yeah, it is.
Quantum teleportation has literally nothing to fucking do with
as you described it to me, atoms on one side of the wall, and then they go over to the other side of the wall instantly. It's a zip.
Oh my god, but this is...
Oh my god.
First off,
I have found the way to annoy Kdaymea.
First off, atoms, did you listen to what I told you?
Electron atoms, they're the same thing. I got him to walk out. I got him to walk out. Oh my god. I'm sorry, why are we talking about Hitomi Tanaka? Kdamea's made me walk out a few times, but I think this is the first time I've ever actually made him walk out. I did it. I finally fucking did it. It's been my lifelong dream.
Fucking hate you.
See, the best part, Kdaymea, is that you can't tell if I'm doing it on purpose or not either, because I remembered the electron thing.
I fucking hate you.
I finally found, like, the way to annoy Kdaymea. You pretend like you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. To such a degree that it just blows his mind.
I absolutely cannot stand any part of you tonight.
I am just being the worst.
You are the worst human being currently present on the planet.
I'm considering this payback for every time Kdaymea purposefully annoyed me. Just concentrated in once. I just need my one time.
It's okay, Agent Venomcraft. I'm waiting for the moment where finally Gemini drives me to the such insanity that I start talking about, like, how the grandfather paradox doesn't technically exist because a single timeline, like, because our current universe and current model can totally support the concept of going back in time and killing your grandfather without creating a paradox in and of itself. But that's a really long... Shut the fuck up.
Don't you start, Gemini! I know what you're gonna say, you piece of shit! This stream cannot take a fucking conversation about time travel!
This shit in the middle of my fucking discussion!
But Kdaymea, VCR theory. No, that's... Stop, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's perfectly okay, I don't care. Oh god.
I'm going to actually drive it crazy. If I bring up VCR theory. The best part is no one in chat has any fucking idea what I'm talking about. And that's okay. Live in ignorance. You don't want to know how I attempt to explain away a single timeline. Time travel theory. It's bad.
You don't. Gemini...
It barely even works in fiction.
Gemini has this glorious notion called VCR theory for, like, anime that does time travel, but, like, only does it in a single timeline and then somehow can stay self-consistent. Which is funny, because he doesn't even need to do it!
What do you mean I don't need to do it? If I don't do it, then we have to deal with multi-timeline, and that has a lot of other narrative problems. Gemini
I
will
liked
cause
it. I liked it better when Kdaymea is at McDonald's instead. Okay, I'll leave now.
No, I'll come back, Kdaymea. I liked it much better here. This is my favorite.
Agent Venomcraft, I don't think that would ever be possible. I'm not sure I could ever collapse enough to reach my own
Schwarzschild shield or radius.
Yes.
And become a black hole and destroy the universe.
That's the radius at which any
so.
The radius at which any mass will become a black hole once it collapses beneath that radius.
I think Kdaymea would be delighted to be the end of the universe.
But it wouldn't be the end of the universe.
Wouldn't you? Because that's what that would be, right?
Do you know how black holes work?
Well, you just said black hole and destroy the universe.
Okay, well...
I'm just working off of what Agent Venomcraft said here, right? I'm not making any assertions of my own.
I don't know, Venomcraft. Like, maybe you could. Maybe you could. Yeah, not the end of the universe. Probably not even the end of the Earth. Right?
Well, if it was a big enough black hole. If it was a universe-sized black hole.
Actually...
I'm sorry,
Because
that's
of the
an African-American hole.
This is the total... Huh. Yeah, I know it wasn't based on real
Wow,
science.
you got shot dead,
I think if I actually sat down, I want to actually work that out, Agent Venomcraft, but...
Great training calls him to get the pen and notepad.
I don't actually think that the mass of a human collapsing into a black hole would be enough to No, I don't think it would. It might. It might.
No, you wouldn't be a, well, that's the thing, Kdaymea. You would have to transcend your human limitations in becoming a black hole.
I really just don't.
I don't even think I'm making, like, even when I don't think I'm making things worse, I am. Just row and row and fight the power, and eventually you'll be able to throw galaxies like throwing stars.
I'm gonna actually sit down later and
fucking
actually
work that math out.
And
Please
work
tweet
that
it
math
at him.
out, yeah.
Because we know he has a Twitter and we know he follows us, so please tweet that and no one will have any idea what
I
we're
might.
talking about.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah,
save
exactly.
the universe by stuffing Kdamea's black hole with enough 3D printed butt
It would.
plug.
It would not actually destroy the Earth, though. Is the thing.
Oh my goodness.
It would not actually destroy the Earth. I'm almost confident of that.
My end game, Kdaymea, my final goal for this stream. I don't care how, like, whether we get popular, I don't care. My end game is for us to be able to sell on our Kdaymea store a Kdaymea and Gemini 3D printed butt plug. That people can use and enjoy our branding.
To be fair, Agent Venomcraft, you probably know a lot more than I do about this stuff, but I'm almost confident that, like, just from the actual mass that would have... You know what would be much more interesting, though, is collapsing a human into a black hole slightly outside of Earth itself, because then it wouldn't have any discernible impact, I don't think.
If it was slightly outside of Earth, it wouldn't, like, actually cause gravitational shifts or anything?
Okay, this is the interesting thing about a black hole that most people don't understand. First off, a black hole technically isn't even an object, but secondly, it's totally possible to safely orbit a black hole.
Oh.
Yeah, if the sun turned into a black hole of equal mass, we would still be in orbit of it. We would just
Yeah.
die from a lack of heat source.
Yeah, exactly. We would not have a heat source anymore, so we would die because of that, but the Earth would not be, like, pulled inward. Black holes don't actually pull anything. Like,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
actually...
black holes don't really look like anything either. They're just like what we identify as a black hole is just like the image of stars and stuff being pulled.
Well,
around it.
no. What a black hole technically is, like, okay, you know the concept of the event horizon, right?
Yeah.
Well, what that actually is that's the last perceived times, like, okay. Let's say you had a large number of people that were all perfectly stationary. Well, okay, yes, it's all theoretical, obviously. We don't have the ability to, like, test
So
any of this.
my dad works at black hole.